What's up, everybody? We are getting ready now to cover stage number 6, Ahoy. We are featuring the women's elite, but there is also a couple of men's intermediate in the division. The athletes are going to be quickly running behind me as they then get into their lanes to start their work. This one is spicy. They alternate from a front rack carry on the way down and then a overhead carry on the way back. The weight on those axle bars is going to be 52 kilos, 150 pounds. So for their first round, we're looking at 4 total rounds for this one. They will have 4 down and backs. So if you want to think of it as 4, every time it alternates is 1 complete iteration, or if it's easier for you to count down as 1, back as 2, then the total number would be 8. So those reps are going to go down as they advance each round. So round number 1, they have 4 down and backs. Round 2, 3, round 3, 2, and then the final round will just be 1. And some great overhead positions so far. Starting from left to right, let's introduce our athletes because we have 3 women's elite and 2 men's intermediate. So closest to your screen all the way to the left, that is Jordan Sessions. She is from the USA. She's already qualified for nationals earlier this season in Sierra Vista, Arizona, and she currently leads the way in the women's elite with 100 percentage points. Right next to her, just dropping that barbell, is Katie Batiste, also from the USA. She's sitting in 2nd overall and has also earned her ticket to nationals in Epping, New Hampshire earlier this season. And then with her bar on the ground in the middle of the screen, just cleaning it right now, that is MK Tengler, also from the USA, and she qualified for nationals back in Reno, Nevada earlier this season.
Oh, that's it.
And now we will follow them over to the firing line where they will begin with their rifle sequence. Time cap for this one is going to be 15 minutes. They start with 10 shots with their pistol, and they need to alternate between the left and right bottom posts on the tank trap. So now we also said that the men's intermediate were in this grouping as well. This is Peter from Poland. Peter. If I can get my best accent. And then from right to left, these are our 3 elite women.
Okay.
Now she will move to her pistol, where they will also have 10 shots. For all of these rounds, they are going to be pistol standing freestyle. And if you can see on your screen, these are those itty bitty squares, rectangles that they need to get in. So distance is probably only between 5 to 7 or 8 yards, but incredibly difficult shot. So MK is clear. Then if you can see through all these people, she then will run all the way back and begin her 2nd of 4 rounds. And here she will just have 3 iterations of needing to go down and back.
Two more.
MK done with already 1 full lap.
Come on, Katie.
Has 2 more. Katie to the left in the center right behind her. And then Jordan just a little bit behind. She's going to be all the way to the left of the screen. So right to left, MK, Katie, and then Jordan.
One more.
Katie right here in our baseball cap. And if you look at the leaderboard, the percentage point spreads between Jordan and Katie is incredibly tight. Jordan sitting at 100 and Katie at 98. Now, you might be looking at MK and see that she is at 81 percentage points. Typically, these three ladies are very close on the leaderboard, but unfortunately on day one, MK did receive a stage DQ as her pistol fell out of her holster, which cost her a bit of points on that one, but she's looking to earn them back. Not totally out of the picture yet, since we do Z scoring is, if you're familiar with CrossFit, is how we base our scoring, but it does reward you with how much you beat somebody by. So if you're first and second, it's not just 100 points for first, 98 for second. It depends on how much you beat the athlete by. So this is round 2 at the firing line. Again, starting with those 10 shots of rifle. Also on the firing line in her second round, so she was able to gain some time on Katie Batiste in the physical portion. And now all three women at their firing line. Jordan and MK moving to the pistol, also 10 shots here. We take a look at the women's divisions across the board. It is something that we're really efforting in getting more athletes to, MK is off, get more athletes involved and to participate. And now this being our first event in Europe, we really want to encourage that. You don't need to be an elite athlete. You don't need to be an elite shooter. You just need to have a little bit experience with shooting, obviously enough to be safe. And then our divisions are going to change. The weights are going to change based on which division you ultimately sign up for. So MK about half a rep, or now a full rep, ahead of Jordan. This is the beginning of their third of 4 rounds.
Come on, 2, Katie. Go last one.
And then also something to notice, and I just noticed it on the way that Katie cleaned her bar. These are axle bars, so the grip is going to be thicker. And Katie, I'm gonna get right in front of her when she goes again, because she actually does a reverse grip to clean it, just by the way that she can get her hands across. So she has one more. And look at that, really smooth. So that's a grip that you'll mostly see when people deadlift, is that reverse grip. But based on the size of your hands, great strategy for her to be efficient in getting that bar up with that thicker grip that you need to have. And even if you notice her hands as she's holding, typically you would want to get that thumb over, but with the heavier bar, or not heavier, thicker bar, it might not work for her. So just an example of how an athlete like Katie manipulates what she's doing to best serve what she has in her toolkit at the time. So here is where Jordan is actually cycling through her shots quicker. MK still on the rifle. Jordan now at her pistol. And then as these ladies go to their fitness, the last round of the fitness portion with the axle bar, I'm going to try to look at their shots, at least their pistol shots, to get an idea of maybe who's in the lead between Jordan, Katie, and MK.
Hands up. Clear.
Because as always, again, Jordan in the lead with the physical portion, but it all comes down to their shots. So Jordan's actually looks pretty good. So I see about between 3 and 5 of her shots that might be misses. And then this is going to be the one of MK. So it looks like, just from counting them quickly, that Jordan is shooting better than MK, at least on the pistol. Because keeping in mind that if you zoom in and look at the shots, they only count, if you hit 2 in the same target, only one of them counts. So I believe that Jordan has the cleaner pistol target of the 3 women in her division at this point. This will be her final round. And rifle distance probably about 90 to 100 yards. Not entirely sure, I don't have the information, but it goes all the way down to the firing lanes, and most of their bays here, the distances are very similar. Last 10 shots before Jordan can lock in a time for stage 6. And we'll give her some space. It looked like she might have had
Active first.
a malfunction.
Push it. Hit it. Hit it.
And she's being super careful about keeping that muzzle pointed forward.
Ears down.
And and if you saw that, she now grabbed her judge's gun to finish up her rounds. The RO came over, said that in order for her to take somebody else's pistol, she must drop the one that she has in her hand, not put it in her holster, so that each person only has one gun. And just if you're new to watching this, I believe that all or most of our US athletes are borrowing equipment. So if you're wondering, hey, what happened? She should know her gun. You should be practicing with it. Since they traveled from the US, a lot of our athletes are also traveling and making this a full excursion while they're here, going between countries in Europe. Easiest way for them to do it is just grab and borrow stuff while they are on site. So it looks like we are done now. Katie, I gotta know, have you always done a reverse grip for the axle bar, and when did you learn that, or how did you figure it out?
Yeah, I have small hands, so it's pretty much what I have to do anytime the weight's more than 95 pounds. So we had like 110, 115 on there, so I've got to do reverse grip, otherwise I just can't clean it. Pretty much when I first started using the axle bar, I was like, I gotta figure something out. So I've done reverse grip for deadlifts, all the, other movements, so it just kind of came naturally, and then I just worked on the smoothness of that transition, flipping that other hand around when you can receive it at the shoulder, so it works for me.
Being out here in Europe competing, how is this different but also similar to other times that you've competed with tackles?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. The facility here is amazing. They've done something about setting this up. You can tell they put a lot of work into it. So, differences, I'm using all borrowed gear. That has been an experience, to say the least. You really start to realize how much you rely on your own gear and how much you put it through testing. And when you're using something different, little things add up over the course of the stage, and you're like, oh, I miss my own stuff. But everybody's been here really gracious, lending us gear, lending us whatever we need. I'm appreciative of it, but I do miss my own gear. But otherwise, setup, the stages have all been amazing. It's been really fun.
Well, it's great to see you out here, Katie.
Yeah.
Congrats on competing.
Thank you.
Okay, Jordan, walk us through, thank goodness for Brandon, what was happening with your pistol?
wouldn't go into a rack position, so I got stuck, tried to hit it. At the end, we were even banging it on the wood and it wasn't even going forward. So I don't know if it was the ammo, like we were talking about, like maybe some of the shavings were stuck in it, or because we just got it clean yesterday. So this was the first time we shot it. Didn't have any malfunctions with it yesterday, but he had a malfunction with it before I went, and then, yeah, I just wouldn't rack into slide, yeah.
And just watching Brandon give you his pistol right off of his holster, to me that is so typical of the tactical games community, is lending your shirt, your pistol right off your back. What does it mean to have that type of culture? I know he's obviously not your specific competitor,
right?
But just what does that mean to you?
Well, I'm laughing because I'm like, sorry for yelling. I was like, give me your pistol! Give me your pistol! But yeah, no, it's great. Our whole community is willing to just like lend whatever, especially if we have like a malfunction like that. It's like, yeah, just take mine, like use it. So yeah, it's pretty awesome to know you can rely on people out here.
Awesome. Well, congrats. Great to watch
Thank
you out there as always.
Always something.
Always something. All right, MK, how we feeling, girlfriend?
Feeling good, feeling good. The overhead got a little dicey there, but feeling okay.
But really fast, efficient moving. What is your favorite movement, the front rack or the overhead?
Front rack by far. It's just easy to get it up there. You can kind of run with that. The overhead, just depending on what the other stages you've done so far, your core is a little wobbly, so that got a little difficult. But front rack by far, that I was able to pick up a little bit of ground there.
Yeah, and picking up ground, that is what you're looking to do today. Unfortunately, yesterday, the stage DQ. Are you using borrowed gear this weekend?
So I think the stage DQ was Katie. So I was lucky enough not to have the pistol fall out of the holster, but you never know, because with the borrowed equipment, you're not really sure how it fits in your holster. You're not really sure how secure it is. So I am using borrowed equipment. So that is something you should want to take a little extra time to make sure your gun is fully in your holster. Just make sure your other equipment is sorted properly. So yeah.
What is the best part about this experience so far?
Gosh, I think the people. So I had lost luggage coming in, which kind of was a little bit of a curveball, but everyone just rallies around each other. This venue is probably the best venue I think I've ever competed in. The people here are so hospitable, welcoming, and then the community here. I mean, even you offered to allow me to borrow some clothes and different things. So the people are what make these events so spectacular.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here. We love watching you compete.
Thanks, Lauren. Thank you.
You're awesome. And that will do it. So a nice little update there. So it was actually Katie who had the stage DQ yesterday as her pistol fell out of her holster. It was not MK. So just a quick clarification on that. But we are done here at stage number 6. A couple more stages to continue covering throughout the day. Also, make sure you go ahead on Instagram and follow our Tactical Games Europe Instagram account. It's a brand new account. We are trying to gain as much traction as possible, and we will be posting exclusive content on that page. So if you follow our main Tactical Games page, that's great, but follow the other one. Help the channel grow, help get more exposure worldwide. Like, subscribe, share the video, and we'll see you next time.